There you go.
All right, we can edit this part. You can just settle down and then we'll start.
Cool. All right. Will do.
Namaskar, audience. Welcome to Bharat FM Inside Scoop. Bajega Bharat, Jhumega Bharat. What you all just witnessed wasn't just a small clip for the wonderful performance that you all are going to see soon. So, welcome Unfiltered GupShup presents indie rock band Sarpanch. They're going to fly at Flying Biscuit on May 18th, Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. So, if you're in and around Raleigh, do not miss this opportunity to hear them out. So we have the team members of band Sarpanch with us, whom we are going to talk in detail about their likes, music, and we just saw the clippings and it was awesome. I have a very high hope and a lot of expectation from this band. So we'll start with the drummer of this band, that's Deep Pro. Yeah, welcome to Bharat FM. And growing up, he has learned tabla, and he loves playing and listening to classical music and also rock music. We would like to know more about your hobbies, interests, and how did you come together to form this band together?
Yeah, thanks, Veena, and thanks, Bharat FM and Unlimited GupShup for this opportunity. So, my hobbies are I'm a soccer guy, so I play a lot of soccer, probably more than I should at my age. And so I'm getting back to all my boyhood dreams. So, getting back to motorcycling, getting back to playing drums a lot, soccer, and then my wife and I also volunteer a lot for nonprofit orgs. So that's how that's if you call it a hobby. And
So
how we
if
came,
did you learn drums when you were too young, or how did it start?
yes.
Or passion towards
So
it?
so I grew up in a small town called Kharagpur, and there was a massive Anglo-Indian culture there. It was a British town essentially, and there was a Western music was a thing, and
Okay.
then the IIT Kharagpur had this thing called Springfest, and we were just amazed growing up. Well, all these rock bands would come from like far over. It was a rock contest, and so I used to go to like with my friends and play in the churches and all that. Like I didn't have a drum then, but then it just stayed inside, I think. Like and here we go.
So apart from music, what else do you do?
Uh, Mostly I'm just spending time with the family usually, or I'm like reading stuff and then just taking it easy at this point.
Yeah, that's good to know. So how did you all come together as a band? It's a very interesting name, Sarpanch. So who came with that idea of that name?
It was a panchayat decision, as you can tell. So
Yeah.
Very unique name, very unique name. And is this your debut performance here in Raleigh?
We actually had one other performance before this during the Holy Festival, and so this would be our second
So as a team
as a team.
together,
Yes,
this is
that's
the
correct.
second
Yes.
performance.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah.
Yep.
So
lovely.
Sarpanch, there's two things, right? So one is the Indian word Sarpanch,
Sure.
meaning the wise people of the village, right? And who make the important decisions. But the Panch is also the five of us in the band.
Yeah.
And the punch is also where the power comes from with the
Comes
music,
from.
So
Okay.
yeah, there's a many
Yeah.
layers to the name, and
And
I
it's
think it was
also
a
like, yeah, it's also like Sarpanch. So punch means punch and head
just
banging.
Yeah.
rock
So
music.
it's all that.
Yeah, and I know I could sense that a lot of thought has gone into naming this band. So that's really interesting to know. So we would move on to the next participant of this band, Shaker. He started his journey as a guitarist, and while covering up some missing bass player, and you accidentally picked up a bassist. Is that right? I read a little bit about yourself. So tell us more about
Yes.
that. We'd be interested to
So,
know.
sure. So, I started off as a guitarist, but
Mhm.
I used to play in a band. And what happened was the bass player couldn't make it.
Okay.
And without bass, the music doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
Because, other instruments you can hear it, but bass is something that you feel,
Okay.
those low frequencies, and it's very, very essential to hold the music together. So I just jumped in for playing bass, and then I loved that instrument and started playing that.
Okay, so you had any formal training to it, or you just jumped
No,
and
I
started
don't have
learning
any formal training in music. I can't read music. Uh, I don't have any formal training. I just had a little bit, maybe I would say, uh, 2 months of violin lessons, classical Carnatic music. But that was when I was in my seventh grade. After that, I haven't had any formal music training or anything like that. So I can't read music.
Well, that's very
I play by
interesting to
ear.
know.
But you can tell that from the way he plays, though.
Oh,
Nobody can
that,
tell that.
yeah, I couldn't say none of you are not trained here. It sounded very professional, and definitely a lot of practice and hard work has gone into it. You can see that in the small clip today. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
joining, Shaker. We wish you all a good luck and many more performances in
Sure.
on your
Thank
way.
you.
So
Thank you.
we head
And
to Suri, the lead vocalist of the band. He loves to sing melodies. So what else is your specialty? I just heard a glimpse of it, but what can we expect in this event that you're gonna perform on?
Well, this event will be a variety. It's going to be a powerhouse. We all are putting a lot of effort in this, and then each song will be is a well known classic song. From 80s to Indian indie rock. These are like pop numbers, all popular rocks. So yeah, that's what we can expect, and it'll be a lot of energy, a lot of vibes. A lot of head banging. So we expect people to join us.
Oh, of course.
Because we are a band who feed off energy of the people. We need that coming in. When you are rolling, we are rolling even more. So we can get the evening going like that.
So how
Yep.
long have you all been practicing for this event?
so we have been, so to give you an idea, Veena, we started the band just 5 months ago.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are very, very new, and we have met maybe 10 times. So
Okay.
that's pretty much it. So we are a very, very new band. But the common thread amongst us is that we all listen to the same genre of music, which is classic rock. We all grew up listening to that.
Listening
So
to
that's
that.
how once we formed the band and once we had a session, we knew that we had a lot in common. And that's how we connected, and that's why we are here today.
That's really interesting to know. Thank you. So we'll move on to Narsi, one of the guitars duo at Sarpanch. He was also learned violin at a very young age. So tell us more about it. Tell us about your passion, hobbies, and how do you spend your time. More about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Bangalore, and I grew up loving music. My parents, though, wanted me to learn classical violin, and that was just not my jam. So, unfortunately, my teacher died, and I stopped taking lessons after that. But later on, as I went through high school, I started listening to harder and heavier music from back in the days, from the 70s and 80s. So a lot of rock and roll, heavy metal, blues rock, and I started going to a lot of concerts. Bangalore being the rock capital of India,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had not just the local bands performing, but we had a lot of big international names coming and playing. You know, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Brian Adams, you name it. You know, they've all been there, and I drew a lot of inspiration going and watching these big bands. But what also inspired me was watching people like you and me, young kids from the day, forming their own bands and playing in the local scene. And
Yes,
I said, hey,
yes.
you know, I need to start doing this too, and you know, take my music to the next level, my love for music. And my dad one day wrote me a check and said, go buy yourself an electric guitar. Right, I'm
Wow.
self-taught as a guitarist. I went to Chennai and ordered a custom guitar, and then formed a band. And over the years, I've played in several different bands. But that's how it kind of got started. And then I moved to the U.S. and I've jammed with a lot of different people, but never formally in a band until we formed Sarpanch. So this has been my first experience, getting into a long term commitment with a band here in the U.S. So I'm really excited and looking forward to the show next week. And
Yes.
I'd love for people to come out and enjoy what we've been working on together.
Yeah. We hope you all the very best. A very common question I've been asked many times when I interview bands or musicians or vocalists, that anyone who has a passion towards music, how do they start? Where do they start? Is there some place or some kind of platform available online where there are many upcoming passion people towards music who want to start at some place? So, what do you all suggest? Where do they start from?
Well, the singers can start from the bathroom.
Of course.
So that's the favorite spot. No one's gonna stop you.
Mhm.
Even now, my wife stops me many times singing. So I prefer a
Good
bathroom
advice.
as a good space to sing. It,
Mhm.
it truly translates into a studio right away.
Yeah.
So
Good
On
acoustic.
a serious note, though, I think YouTube is such a blessing.
Yes.
It's an amazing resource. Back in the day when we were learning, we used to use cassettes and we would play and pause and write down lyrics.
oh yeah,
And you used to listen to the notes and see what chord is this. But
and
today
that
you
was
don't need to do
yeah,
any of that.
those were the days, man.
I remember going to a Deep Purple concert and standing front row watching Steve Morse play the lead to Highway Star because I didn't know how he played it.
Yeah.
And you don't need to do that today. You can go on YouTube and say, "How do I play this song on
Mhm.
guitar?" And it's right there. If you want drum tabs, it's right there. And you have a lot of other venues like School of Rock, Guitar Center. They all offer lessons. So
Mhm.
if you have the passion, there are ways, and there's just so much more access to instruments, recording equipment. I think we live in the golden age.
That's
There's
true.
so much opportunity out there.
That's true. I agree to it. A very good tip. Thank you for that. So, last but not the least, we'll introduce you to all to Rahul. He's the rhythm guitarist for the band Sarpanch. He also learned violin from a very young age. So, I see a lot of you have common instrument as guitar. I know it's a very powerful as well as a very captivating instrument. So, tell us more about yourself and your passion. I know you're very passionate about music, but apart from music, what else do you do?
I do whatever my kids tell me to do. Um, no, I started out with violin. My mom, who is watching me right now, uh, she had me take lessons in school. And she introduced me to music. So I played during elementary, middle school. Then when I got to high school, I wanted to be like Nirvana, and so I wanted a electric guitar. So he bought me my mom and dad bought me a electric guitar, and they bought my brother a drum set. And
Mhm.
then after that, it's all over. So we started getting into different like bands in high school and in early college, and we continued that. But then I we lost interest. Well, a lot of the band members lost interest. They did their own thing. I still had a love for music, so I wanted to teach myself drums, and that's how the kind of the recording studio started. So from that point, I only started recording music. A band. This was like the Philadelphia area. So we'd get all kinds of genre from the surrounding states, and that's all I wanted to do. When I moved to North Carolina, I started the studio back up, but then I met this guy, Shaker, and he said, "Hey man, let's start a band." And I was like, "No man, I'm not interested. I only want to record music, and I enjoy recording bands." And also the other thing was that we couldn't find any band members. We met Suri back in 2019, but things didn't last because guitarists and bassists were in and out. So I told him basically, I think it's going to be difficult to find musicians in this area, especially rock musicians in the descent, the type of rock music that we like to play. But he challenged me, and he found Deepro and Narcy, and then the first time we met, it just clicked. The first time we ever just played together, I said, "Okay, Shaker, good job. I think we should continue this." So thanks to like my patient wife, I kind of do both. We do the band thing, and we're looking to perform, and I also run the studio. And other than that, just do whatever the kids want to do. Yeah.
On a serious note, big kudos to our families because
Of course.
we come here, either Rahul's place or Shaker's places where we kind of do our jams. But sometimes we coop ourselves in the studio for 5-6 hours on weekends, right?
Especially on the weekends.
Yeah, and doing that, taking time away from family to focus on our passions, we wouldn't be able to do that without their encouragement and support. So, absolutely, you need that backing from your family.
We also want to thank.
Of course. Of course, without their support, we wouldn't be here where we are right now. So, yeah, thank you for all the your family members, my family members, who let us follow our passion for what we really want to do outside of our 9 to 5 job. So, uh, what is the next event, or what is the upcoming event you're planning after this event? I know this one is a big one in schedule right now. Do you have any plans to perform in future, or can we expect any other bands in any other cities apart from rallies?
We have a performance scheduled for Diwali, actually, Wake Forest. It's a huge event. It kind of started small, but it has blown up. So there's going to be, how many people did you say you're expecting?
It's going to be open to public by the city.
About how many people?
Thousands, 2,000, 3,000.
Yeah, a couple thousand. So it started at maybe like 120 people in the
Wow.
surrounding North Rock area, and now it's a couple thousand. We also have the sponsorship from the city, so it's pretty cool. So we're scheduled to perform then, so that'll be a large event.
But this one is like from unfiltered GupShup, and it's pretty.
Yeah,
It's a
We're
big
very
opportunity.
thankful to
Yeah,
Unfiltered GupShup.
and to other people as well.
So a little bit about Unfiltered GupShup, we all are speaking about Aditi Majumdar. She's the founder of Unfiltered GupShup. She has created a platform for all the upcoming musicians. A different platform where you can come and perform. I do host all her events. I've taken a little break as of now, but I'm really thankful for Aditi for bringing all of you together and getting an opportunity to know each other. Uh, Please follow more on Instagram, Unfiltered GupShup USA, to get more up-to-date information about any events that are coming up in and around Raleigh. And also do not forget to please attend this upcoming Sarpanch event at Flying Biscuit on May 18th, Saturdays from 7 to 9. I wish you all the very best, and thank you so much for taking time from your daily routine and coming here and talking to us. We wish you all a very good luck and hope your event is successful, and we get to see many more events in future.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah,
Thank you, Vina.
thank you,
Thank you.
Vinay,
Good
and
luck to
Bharat
you all.
FM, and also to Unfiltered GupShup. We look forward to our show next week.
We hope to see you there.
Yes, yes, we all will be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.